Hey guys, welcome to the MXA Fitness YouTube channel, or if you're checking this out on the blog, welcome to the blog. Thought I'd take some time today just to speak to you about a recurring theme that I've been seeing with patients and clients over the last few weeks. And this theme that I refer to is that people just aren't seeing the weight loss results that they expect. And after drilling down regarding their diet and their lifestyle, some common factors have been coming up that I thought I'd share with you today. And I've managed to group these factors so I can share with you my top 5 reasons you can't lose the weight. But first, the first 4 are all about diet, so we need to go over to dietitian Mark to check those out. Over to you, Mark. Yes, Mark. I love that guy. Okay, reason number 1, you snack too much. And that's kind of obvious, but hear me out with this. So when I say you snack too much, I'll speak to patients and I'll speak to clients and they'll say things like, okay, yes, I have the odd chocolate bar maybe once or twice a week. Okay. Then you start drilling down into their diet history and you find out that they have the 2 chocolate bars a week, then they also have a sausage roll, or there's some cheese on toast, they go out for a big night on the Friday, and then you start to get a grouping of all these unhealthy and undesirable for weight loss anyway, foods and drinks that are going to essentially add up and mean that you're not going to be able to lose weight. So it's about identifying that actually you're not just having these things in isolation, but they're all contributing to you gaining weight or not being able to lose weight. So I'd say the first thing to do is identify exactly what you're having in the week and then putting all those undesirable foods into that category and adding them up so you can see just what you're having. For actual success, you're probably looking at no more 2 to 3 of these snacks a week. And if you do that, you're going to be in a lot better position to lose weight than what you would be doing if you're having these 10 times a week, because 10 times a week you're having more than 1 a day, and that's not good for weight loss. Reason number 2 kind of ties in with that, because typically people think about weight loss as a day-to-day thing, and they'll think, I was good yesterday so I can have a treat today. But the evidence actually shows that what we do is we tend to balance out over a 2-week period, 14-day period. So those that stay at a stable weight will actually eat just enough amount of energy over a 2-week period to maintain the same. Those that eat too much are going to gain weight, those that have too little are going to lose weight, in a very simplistic kind of way. So let's say that you have a really good week, Monday to Friday, and then you have your cheat meal or your cheat night out on the Saturday. If that Saturday night makes such a difference that you're having more than you require for the week, then your net is going to be weight gain, okay? So don't let the one meal or the one day at the weekend, or whatever day it may be, undo all your good work throughout the week. So it's just being conscious of that and knowing that, okay, yes, we don't want you to be robots because we want you to enjoy food, and food can be a very sociable experience, but you could be undoing all your good work in the week with 1 meal, okay? Number 3. And again, this kind of ties in with the Saturday night out and you're having a few drinks. And that's the big thing, alcohol, okay? Now, I enjoy a drink from time to time, as do a lot of people. But the problem is that alcohol is very energy dense. So just to look at it as a calorie per gram, fat has 9 calories per gram, carbohydrate has 4 calories per gram, protein has the same 4 calories per gram. Alcohol sits somewhere in the middle, 7 calories per gram. Okay, if you're not familiar with the calorie, it's just how we measure energy, right? So you can see that alcohol would sit somewhere in the middle. But that's not all. Alcohol doesn't really have any nutritional purpose, so when we have it, it doesn't actually get used up in the body, it's just used as energy. And it's actually our primary fuel source when we have it. So what happens is you actually switch off your carbohydrate or sugar or glucose, however you want to refer to it, and your fat metabolism. So those things have halted. So if you're not using them, generally you're storing them, which means you're gaining weight. And then that will keep happening until you used up all your alcohol energy. And then once that's done, then the carbohydrate or glucose and the fat metabolism will kick back in. But you've already stored that weight from the alcohol, so you're really just getting rid of what you've just stored, which isn't good. So I'd say if you're really serious about weight loss, you need to knock the alcohol in the head or at least dramatically cut it down, okay? And reason number 4, get organised. People that are successful with their weight loss are organised. They'll cook most of their meals from scratch, and I don't mean, rolling out the bread and everything from fresh. You don't need to be that level of organised, but they will cook their own meals, they'll put it in some Tupperware for the next day for lunch, they'll make their own breakfast, they'll have the food in the house ready to go, they won't have snacks around the house that they can snack on when they get an urge, when they're bored, which is quite, again, typical of what will happen with people. So what you need to do is you almost need to plan your week out in advance and realise what it is you're going to eat each night, and then you have the ingredients there, and you'll have leftovers that you can use the next day, and then you're giving yourself every chance of success. And a good strategy that we always speak to patients about and clients about is maybe even just doing a bulk cook on the Saturday or the Sunday, and boxing it up, putting it in Tupperware, in the fridge, in the freezer, and then when you have those hungry moments when you don't have anything to hand, rather than reaching from the comfort food, you can actually go to these meals that are already prepared, stick it in the microwave or just reheat it, and then it's ready in 5, maybe 10 minutes tops, and it prevents you from reaching, as I said, for the comfort foods. Okay, right, so that's all from me on the diet side of things, so we're going to head back over to fitness, Mark. Thanks, dietitian Mark, great to see you. Okay, reason number 5, and we're returning to the fitness here. You think you burn more energy when you exercise than you actually do. Now this one's quite classic. I'll speak to patients and I'll speak to clients and they'll tell me things like, Mark, I go for a 20-minute walk a day and we get out on a Sunday and do 4 miles. And that's great, and it will improve your health. It really will. In fact, the research shows that doing 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week, will actually reduce your chances of developing disease later in life, and it will improve your health outcomes. However, when we're talking about weight loss, you need to do more, and quite a substantial amount more. In fact, the research shows that you need to be doing 60 to 90 minutes moderate activity 5 days a week to get the weight loss that you desire. Now, if you're not someone that likes walking or you're not someone that's into the moderate physical activity, then you can change these numbers by increasing the intensity. So as intensity comes up, duration can come down, and vice versa. As intensity comes down, duration has to go up. And that's the trade-off, unfortunately, that you can't really get around with regards to exercise. If it's going to take longer, it means you're going to be burning less energy, which means you actually have to get out there for longer. If you want to bang it out in a hard, quite intense session, you can increase the intensity, you're going to burn a lot of energy in a short time, but you're probably going to be quite sore the next day, and also you need to get to that intensity in the first place, which can be quite difficult for some people. But the point is, you think you're going to be burning more energy than you actually are. Okay, so an hour's walk, you're probably going to be burning 200 to 300 calories, which is roughly a Mars bar. So you could do all that activity and completely write it off in the space of one snack. So, not forgetting what dietitian Mark said, we need to be looking at this from a more holistic or overview, or an overall overview of your lifestyle, rather than just either activity or diet, because essentially they both tie in together, and if you can get them both right, you're going to have a much better chance of success with your weight loss than if you just look at them one at a time. Okay? So that's my top 5 reasons why you can't shift the weight or tone up. Now, if you liked what you saw today, check me out on YouTube if you're not watching on YouTube. You can check me out at www.youtube.com/MXA Fitness. If you're watching on YouTube, then check out my website and the blog, www.mxafitness.com/blog. And also I'm on Twitter with the username @MXA Fitness. Facebook, of course, www.facebook.com/MXA Fit. And really engage with the material on there, let me know what you think, and if you've got any ideas or anything that you'd like to see or know, drop me a line, because I'm here to help. And ultimately, my existence is for you, bringing you all the nutrition and fitness knowledge that I know so you guys can succeed. So thanks for listening and thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.